Hill?
Ma'am.
Huh? The 183659 CF10A was no info. That's actually not for magistrate. Don't worry about it. Okay. Hold on one second, Mr. Romero and Mr. Hill.
No problem, Judge.
All right, sir, did you watch a video in the back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you understood all the rights that you're going to be giving up today if you plead guilty or no contest?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions of your attorney or me regarding any of the what rights you're giving up?
No, ma'am.
Is anyone forcing you to do this?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and you also spoke to your attorney about that if you don't pay the mandatory court costs of $293, that your driver's license is going to be suspended?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and he also discussed the late fee with you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so how do you wish to plead to possession of drug paraphernalia, case number 184342, MM10A?
No contact.
Court's going to accept your plea, find that's freely and voluntarily entered. Court has reviewed the court file and finds probable cause for the plea. Court's going to withhold adjudication and court costs. Court takes judicial notice of the time that you served in the Broward County Jail. And I'll give him 6 months to pay the $293. As far as, so that the 2 no bond holds are finished. And then, so you have the petty theft, 2nd degree, but it's being charged as a felony. Bond is set at $750. I initially set it at $1 because he had the 2 no bond holds. Court does note, though, that in the violation of pretrial, Mr. Romero, he didn't even report within 24 hours. And he didn't even call in, nothing.
Judge, there's a discrepancy. I know Mr. Hill is telling me that he remembers speaking to me. I gave him a sheet of paper. He said he walked there and actually signed some paperwork. That's what he's advising me. I don't know the particulars, Judge. At this time, we previously thought that the court set a bond of $1. He did tell me he believes he had a friend that can come up with $1. So at this time, Judge...
But that doesn't do any... I want to make sure, if he can't go to pretrial, Mr. Romero, I want to make sure he comes back to court and we don't repeat this. So, I mean, I think that's reasonable. So, how many failures of peer does he have in the past besides this pretrial?
One moment, Your Honor.
Sir, I'm going to order no return to the Publix at 2511 East Atlantic Boulevard in Pompano Beach. If you go back there, sir, you're going to get arrested. Do you understand?
I have 12 failures to appear.
Huh?
I have 12 failures.
He has 12 failures to appear. So this is what I'm going to do. On count 3, I'm going to set a $100 bond, okay? Let his friend come up or somebody come up with the $100. No return, sir, to the Publix, 2511 East Atlantic Boulevard. You have 30 days to appeal the sentence of the court, sir. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed. Thank you. Okay, so Ivy, let me show you something. If you want to pull your cases here, just take the pile.
As far as this document, I mainly have one. Lucas is
Just look at all the MOs, but just because they're arrested in Fort Lauderdale.
okay.
Just
Yeah, no,
look at the last page, you'll see where it's assigned. Okay, so the first page on our docket is Taibiwa Brewery. T-I-B-E-W-A Brewery.
She's approaching, Judge.
Okay, we have private counsel here.
That's your turn.
AJ Amoroso on her behalf, Your Honor.
Nice to see you, Mr. Amoroso. Okay, good afternoon, ma'am. Is your name Miss Brewery?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you have an out-of-state hold for a felony out of the state of Virginia. Obtain money by false pretense. There's a no bond hold. Okay, it says U.S. Customs. I guess she was coming from somewhere.
Judge, I'm really not quite sure. I have everything that the state was able to provide me. There's nothing that's allegedly sworn to. Apparently, she went to, this warrant's been out there since February, from out of state, from Virginia.
Yeah.
She went to Jamaica, stayed there for 3 weeks, had no problems leaving the United States and going to Jamaica. And then coming back in, this warrant pops up, and Customs actually made a statement to her that perhaps it's a not me case. My understanding is my client's never been to Virginia. We tried to call the authorities up there and didn't get any more information than what's already here. Judge, for purposes of the record.
Did you see the social security number and the date of birth on here?
I did.
Did you confirm that with your client or not confirm?
I confirmed the date of birth, not the social security number. It's the first time that I've
All right,
seen
so why don't we do this? Why don't you, ma'am, step over to the right? And why don't you, do you have it? I can give you my paperwork.
I believe I did.
Why don't you look at my paperwork and see if it's the same as yours?
Sure.
And if you could call the main jail, and then we'll call your case in a moment, okay?
That's fine.
You're welcome.
You're call right now.
We do have extradition court, just, can you dial for him?
Just this one.
Okay. All right, so while we're doing that, Mr. Shade has a case, Richard Lee Lucas,
I believe it's page 4, Judge. Stephen Shade on the
page 4, thank you.
Conti, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I haven't had the opportunity to call over.
Okay, he has charge 10, urinating in public. Judge Backman set a capias of $100. What does he have? What else is holding him 1 through 9? That's the big question.
Last name is Lucas.
That one's not gonna say it. BSO pay.
Yes.
We have a few bond surrenders, grand theft, insolent property, grand theft auto, burglary, child support and dealing in stolen property and grand theft.
Judge, I just asked that this be sent to the division and that allow him to work out the other matters.
Yeah, it's gonna stay here. All right, so court finds probable cause 1 through 9. Okay, so can we appoint Mr. Shade on this? And do you have the case number 182491? Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. If you need me, I'll be upstairs.
Okay,
Oh, Madam President?
sure.
bondsman as well.
Okay. All right, bye, have fun. All right, so Adriana Dorset. If you're ready, we'll take you right after this, okay?
Ms. Dorset bonded, Judge?
All right, so then the next one, we're gonna recall a case. Did they leave, Dorset?
Yes.
They did, I heard them say yes.
She bonded.
I just like to verify the address. All right. No, I know, this is Miss Brewery, correct?
Correct.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. All right, so Mr. Amoroso,
Yes.
there is an out-of-state hold, there's a no bond hold. We do extraditions on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 o'clock, although the time's gonna be changed in the future. But, till further notice, they're at 1. So, what say you?
Judge, I stand on what my previous argument was, that
Not me?
not me, and I've reviewed the documents that the courts provide as well as the state. Again, I don't believe there's a basis for making a finding of probable cause, simply that there's nothing sworn to, there's nothing that links her to all of this. And I stand by that argument, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so state, what do you do? Maybe you should tell Mr. Farnsworth it's a not me case.
Judge, and literally, I was just retained
I
less than an hour
understand.
ago. I did leave a message for Mr. Farnsworth. I have spoken to myself and Steve Rossi have spoken to Jackie in extraditions as well.
They look into that, all that stuff. They're the ones who would know more about it.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but the court is gonna find probable cause, so, I mean, just on the face of it, not saying it's not her. So the only thing I can tell you is the social different?
No.
Okay, so someone could have given her social anyway. All right, so you know what, speak to Mr. Farnsworth. If you can get them to set a bond, instead of a no bond, you have to do it before extradition court.
Yes.
So you might want to reset extradition court if you need to.
So Judge, am I officially set for Tuesday at 1 o'clock?
No, I don't know when it is. It's Mr. Farnsworth's office does it.
Okay,
Okay?
gotcha. And as I understand it, it won't be you.
No, I'm not here Tuesday.
Gotcha. I'll follow up with
Let me see who's here. It could be Judge Tudor, but Tuesday afternoon, and this is subject to change, is Judge Duffy, Barbara Duffy. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Nice seeing you again.
Nice seeing
Good
you.
luck, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hi, come on up. How are you? Fine, thanks. I want to go off the record for one moment. Who are we calling, Mr. Plant? Oh, that was from this morning? Okay, you're doing both of them?
Come on up, Chris. What's the,
Okay, raise your right hand. Do you swear and/or affirm to translate from Spanish to English, English to Spanish to the best of your ability?
I do. I yes, as our certified court interpreter.
Okay, and they asked me if you could spell your last name upstairs, so.
Salazar.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, so. Mr. Plant, how are you today?
Good, Judge. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
So, they have.
Just give me one moment. Okay, so do both of them need a Spanish interpreter or just one?
Just one, the father.
And that is Bruno or Fabian?
Fabe.
Which one's the son?
Fabian.
Fabian, okay. Okay. So that's Spanish interpreter, I'll put it in here.
Fabian is the father. Yeah.
Thank you.
And Bruno is the son.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I have Fabian Garrett, raise your hand.
Señor Fabián Garate, por favor, levante la mano derecha.
And I have Bruno Garrett, raise your hand.
Bruno Garate, levante la mano derecha.
You can put your hands down. All right, Mr. Fabian Garrett, you are charged with 1 count of kidnapping.
Señor Fabián Garate, se le acusa de un cargo de secuestro.
Same for Bruno Garrett.
Lo mismo es para Bruno Garate.
And robbery with a firearm, count 2.
El segundo cargo es robo con un arma de fuego.
That's for both of you as well.
Para ambos igual.
We need to talk about bond.
Tenemos que hablar sobre fianzas.
Have you had an opportunity, Mr. Plant, to review the affidavit to arrest?
Yes, Your Honor.
El abogado ha tenido la oportunidad de ver el affidavit del arresto.
So the court does find probable cause in both cases,
En ambos casos la corte encuentra causa probable.
as there was a warrant to arrest.
Había una orden de arresto.
Okay, so, state?
Yes, Your Honor. We'll be asking for you to find proof evident presumption grade on both counts 1 and 2 for both defendants.
Para ambos acusados, presunción, pruebas grandes, presunción mayor.
Okay, let me know the detailed allegations that you're relying on for the proof evident presumption grade finding.
¿Cuáles son
And
los
take your time, I don't
alegatos
want you to
que se
rush.
están basando para esas pruebas grandes, presunción mayor?
Just to be sure, do you have a copy of the affidavit of arrest?
Yes, I do.
Okay. It's alleged that on June 27th, 2018,
Se alega que en julio 27 del 2018,
Detective Lagrasta
el
was
detective
directed to respond to the 2000 block of Northwest 49th Avenue, Lauderhill.
Okay, and just give me the highlights.
Okay.
El detective Lebrasco fue indicado que fuera a presentarse a la dirección 2000 Northwest Avenue de Lauderdale.
They were dispatched in reference to occupants in one vehicle that was shooting at another vehicle.
Se le despachó en referencia a unas personas que estaban disparando contra otro vehículo.
There were several witnesses that gave sworn statements alleging that
Hubieron varios testigos que dieron declaraciones juradas con respecto a eso.
that there was a person who was being forced into a vehicle
Que
that was
había
being
una
shot at.
persona que había sido forzada que entrara dentro de un vehículo.
And was also physically being struck by the suspects.
Y que había sido golpeada supuestamente por los sospechosos.
After the victim was forced into the vehicle, it fled northbound.
Después de que la víctima fue forzada para entrar al vehículo, el vehículo salió hacia la dirección norte.
It was also alleged in the report that money was stolen.
Y también se alega en el reporte que hubo dinero robado.
And the vehicle was recovered in North Miami and had several bullet holes.
Y el carro fue recuperado en North Miami con varios agujeros de bala.
The victim was running and screaming, "Help, they're gonna kill me, help, they're gonna kill me."
La víctima estaba corriendo y gritando, me van a matar, auxilio, me van a matar, auxilio, me van a matar.
And the victim further stated that he had rented a car from the defendants and he had sold it.
Y la víctima declaró de que había rentado un automóvil de los acusados y que había sido robado.
And that was the reasoning as to why the defendants were after him.
Y que esa fue la razón por la cual los acusados estaban persiguiéndolo a él.
They also took his cell phone.
Le quitaron su celular también.
And removed the GPS tracker that was in it, so they wouldn't track the location.
Y retiraron el monitor satelital que estaba dentro del celular para que no pudiera ser rastreado.
Who is suspect number 3?
That is Onel Silva, and I believe we handled that case in the morning.
Okay.
Oleón Silva es el sospechoso número 3, pero ya se vio su caso hoy en la mañana.
In addition, Your Honor, in the interview room, once the suspects were in custody,
Una vez que los
post-Miranda,
sospechosos estuvieron bajo custodia en el cuarto de entrevistas,
post-Miranda, they stated that
Who's they? I just want to make sure we're not talking about. That's fine.
Fabian Garrett.
Okay.
Una vez que fueron, que se les leyó sus derechos Miranda, Fabián Gárate declaró.
He stated that he had rented a black Mercedes-Benz to the victim and that he hadn't returned the vehicle.
Que le había rentado un vehículo a la víctima y que no habían regresado el vehículo.
He was also in possession of the same amount of U.S. currency that was taken from the victim that was placed into the evidence.
Se le encontró en posesión de la misma cantidad que le había sido quitada a la víctima.
And as to Bruno, post-Miranda,
Y con respecto a Bruno, luego de leerle sus derechos Miranda,
oh, I apologize, that was Mr. Silva.
disculpe que fue el señor Silva.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. And they both denied involvement in the end.
Y ambos negaron haber estado involucrados nuevamente.
Okay. Any response to proof evident presumption great? Su abogado está pidiendo que la corte ejerza su
una fianza que fuera razonable.
You're going to have to translate, so you're going to have to.
The son's girlfriend was here in the morning.
La
They
novia
could afford
del hijo
a
estuvo
reasonable
hoy en la
bond.
mañana. Podrían pagar una fianza razonable
If the court would so find, use its discretion and
si la corte
issue a bond.
usa su discreción en ponerles una fianza.
According to the own victim's statement,
De acuerdo
it is
con
over a
el
rented car.
testimonio de la víctima misma,
This is over a car that was allegedly rented.
todo esto
the victim.
sucedió por supuestamente por un carro que le fue rentado a la víctima.
Okay. All right, Mr. Fabian Garrett and
Señor Fabián Gárate
Bruno Garrett.
y Bruno Gárate.
I have reviewed the probable cause affidavits, or actually the warrants to arrest,
Yo he revisado el affidavit de causa probable y las órdenes de arresto
and the affidavits to arrest
y los affidavits para el arresto.
in both your cases, and I find probable cause.
En ambos casos que tienen los dos y encuentro causa probable.
And you're seeking a no bond hold state on counts 1 and 2?
En
Correct,
el
Your Honor.
cargo 1 y 2 están buscando que no fianza
I further find the proof of guilt to be evident or the presumption great
Encuentro también que hay evidencia y presunción grande y presunción mayor
with regard to kidnapping and robbery with a firearm.
con respecto al cargo de secuestro y con arma de fuego.
Therefore, both of you are going to be held without bond until further order of the courts on counts 1 and 2 each.
Por lo tanto, ambos van a ser retenidos sin fianza por el cargo 1 y 2 hasta esperando otras órdenes de la corte.
And this order is without prejudice
Estas órdenes son sin ningún prejuicio
for either Mr. Fabian Garrett or Bruno Garrett
ya sea para el señor Fabián Gárate o Bruno Gárate.
to file a motion to set bond with your assigned division judge.
Pueden ustedes presentar una moción ante el juez de su división que les toque
Who I believe is Judge
para
Bober,
fianza, que creo que es el juez Bober.
you can request a hearing under State v. Arthur
Se
to set
puede
bond.
solicitar una audiencia Arthur para fijar fianza.
You are both to have no contact, direct or indirect,
No puede ninguno de ustedes tener contacto ni directo ni indirecto
with the alleged victim in this case.
con la supuesta víctima en este caso.
And that means no contact in person,
Eso quiere decir que no puede haber contacto en persona.
calling, texting,
Tampoco pueden llamarlo o textearle.
nothing in writing,
No pueden mandarle nada por escrito.
and no contact through third parties. That means no passing messages, even if you're in jail.
Y también no puede haber contacto a través de terceras personas. Eso quiere decir que no pueden enviarle mensajes, ni siquiera cuando están en la cárcel, por medio de alguien en la cárcel.
And state the alleged victim's initials are MT.
Las iniciales de la supuesta víctima
Let me just
son
make sure.
MT.
Okay, with the alleged no contact, direct or indirect, with the alleged victim with the initials MT.
Con la orden de no contacto con la víctima, es con la víctima MT.
Do you understand, Fabian Garrett? Yes, no?
Señor Fabián Gárate, ¿usted entiende esto?
All right, thank you, sir. And
Gracias.
Mr. Bruno Garrett, do you understand?
Señor Bruno Gárate, ¿entiende usted?
All right, thank you very much. Good luck to you, gentlemen.
Tengan buena suerte, buenas tardes.
One of them has, they gave me another one, the machine was copying.
Should like to inquire if there's any other cases.
Sure, no problem. Bye, Mr. Plant. No, you can just go through them, there's duplicates. One of them is, you'll see when you go to the second, third, or fifth page, the printer was off and was skipping, it's illegible. Okay, if you could make an announcement for us.
¿Hay alguien que necesite el intérprete?
All right, anybody at North Broward need a Spanish interpreter?
Oh, man, we're good, Your Honor.
Thank you. Who is that standing there?
That's Justin St. Kenneth. He should be next on the docket.
I don't have him as next, but I will call him as next.
Thank you.
All right, just give us one moment and I'll come right back to you. So no one at North Broward. Anybody at Conti?
No, ma'am.
How many people you have there today?
4.
All right, we'll be back with you in a little bit. Paul Ryan, how many you need? I'm sorry, Spanish interpreter?
None, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Romero at the main jail. Anybody else? No Spanish interpreter?
No one else here, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, so let's go to North Broward. Where is, I'm sorry, sir, what is your name again?
Kenneth Justison, ma'am.
Spell your last name, J-U.
Justesen.
You know what? He was on top. I messed it up. All right, okay, Mr. Justinson, sorry about that. How are
That's
you
all right.
feeling? How are you feeling, okay?
No, I'm fine, thank you very much.
All right, so you have battery, cause bodily harm, criminal mischief between $200 and $1,000. Is your address 475 Southeast 30th Street, Fort Lauderdale?
No, it's not.
What is your mailing address?
200 Northwest 29th Street.
200, hold on, I'm writing it down. 200 Northwest.
29th Street. Apartment G235.
Hold on, G235.
Wilton Manors, Florida 33311.
And Your Honor.
Hold on, just give me one moment.
And
So it's 200 Northwest 29th Street, apartment G235, Wilton Manors?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
That is the same location where the incident took place. We would be asking for no return.
I live there. How do I get my
Hold
stuff
on.
out if I can't?
Well, it says the victim lives at 2731.
Well, it's the same address.
All right, hold
It's
on.
It's the same
Sir.
complex.
Sir, don't talk about the facts. Just hold on 1 second, okay?
Okay,
Yes,
why
sir.
don't you
Yes,
call him up, Mr. Farberick, and clarify this, because I have 2731. And did someone say he bonded?
I'm bonded.
You're bonded, but hold on.
But if we could deal
Hold-
with this here, I will.
Hold on a second, okay? Hold on 1 second.
No problem. Sorry, sir.
That's all right. You gonna call him?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Everybody's daydreaming here. Okay, sir, go to your left.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll get Mr., let's see. Who do you have, Mr. Romero? Give me somebody.
First person, well, the next person on the list, Giovanni Jean, he bonded, so I can let you know that.
All right.
Next person after that would be Gene Barriento. Mr. Barriento, come on up. He's approaching judge.
Okay, Mr. Barriento, you have DUI, alcohol or drugs, first offense, DUI with damage to property, that's counts 2 and 3. Count 4, leaving the scene of a crash involving damage to property. 5 and 6 are failure to use due care, same thing for 6, not for magistrate. 7 and 8 are DUI with damage to property or person of another. So total bond is $4,500. Court does find probable cause. It says address 60 Northeast 69th Street, Miami.
Yes, Judge, it is.
Okay, all right, so tell me what it is you want.
Nothing, Judge. Nothing to add from the defense.
All right, there you go. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Travis Devon Jackson.
Mr. Jackson is here. Come on up, Mr. Jackson.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, you have operating without a valid license, $500 bond. Court finds probable cause. There is a capias issued by Judge Gottlieb. You no-showed at arraignment. What are we doing with this? Do we have a plea offer? Does he want one?
Yes, he does, Judge.
Okay, state.
Your Honor, to adjudication, credit time served.
Adjudication, time served, 293.
He wishes to accept the state's offer, and I did talk to him about court costs, Judge.
Thank you. Raise your right hand, sir. Do you swear and/or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Your attorney, Mr. Romero, has indicated that you want to, you can put your hand down. Has indicated, Mr. Jackson, Jackson, that you want to resolve this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Anybody forcing you to do this?
No, ma'am.
Did you watch a video today that explained all your rights?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you didn't watch a video?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right, it's my understanding, is anyone forcing you to do this?
No, ma'am.
Are you under the influence of any alcohol or drugs?
No, ma'am.
Do you know why, Mr. Romero, that he wasn't shown the video by any chance?
I have no idea, Judge.
All right, well, just try to make sure that they do see the video, because I can go through it a lot faster. You understand, sir, if you're not a U.S. citizen, a plea of a charge could result in deportation proceedings?
Yes, ma'am.
And you understand you can't drive without a license anymore?
Yes, I understand.
You doing this freely and voluntarily and knowingly?
Yes, I am.
Do you have any questions of Mr. Romero?
No, ma'am.
All right. How do you wish to plead to operating without a valid DL? Guilty, not
No
guilty, no
contest.
contest. Court's going to accept your plea, find that it's freely and voluntarily entered. Court has reviewed the court file and finds probable cause for the plea. Adjudication time served, $293 in court costs, 6 months to pay. You have 30 days to appeal the sentence of the court. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. Let's go back to North. Yes? We got to go back to Justiceson.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll be back. North Broward. Hello.
What he explained to me is that the victim lives at 2731 North Andrews Avenue. It's a completely different address than the one he lives at, which is 200 Northwest.
Who does he live there? Can he verify that he doesn't live with Manuel Espino at his 200 address?
Do you, is the apartment there in your name at 200?
No, it's in my fiance's name.
Just for the record, what's her name?
Maria Meza.
Okay. All right. So he bonded.
Okay.
Okay, good luck, sir. I would stay away from this, gentleman, if I were you.
No problem. I mean, just with the bond.
Don't talk about the facts of your case. You should be out.
No, I was asking if we could settle it now. I would settle it now, but I made the bond.
I can't.
No problem.
Good luck.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Make sure you show up for court. Shenard King.
Mr. Shenard King bonded, Judge.
Thank you. How many more you have left at North Broward? Huh?
I have 3, Your Honor. 1 on the second look and 2 on the 30 day.
Okay. All right, we'll be back to you in 1 minute, okay? All right, Michael Santana.
Bonded.
Robert Ippolito.
Mr. Ippolito is here. Come on up, sir.
Hello, Mr. Ippolito. How are you?
Okay, ma'am.
All right, sir. You have driving while license is suspended, $100 bond. You have a capious felony, not for magistrate. Let me see what happened here. Says he no-showed a calendar call on a possession of heroin in front of Judge Rothschild. And then he has a $100 bond, capious misdemeanor. And he has 1 not for magistrate where he's released on his own recognizance. So that's from SA. Who's SA? Judge Robinson. So I don't know who it's going to be now, but so he has a $100 bond and an ROR. Court does find probable cause. So considering he has a no bond hold, what do you want to do with the 2 $100 bonds?
Can you make them $1 each, Judge?
I'll make them $1 each, and I'll tell you what, the ROR one, I can leave it at ROR or $1. It's the same case.
It's the same case number, so he's going to get credit on this.
Yeah, so $1 on 1, no bond on 2, $1 on 3, and 4 is ROR. Sir, let me just verify your address. 5300 Washington, apartment
Yes, ma'am.
504. Washington what?
Washington Street.
Okay.
And I believe it's an apartment.
It's apartment 504.
504.
I have that. So I'm going to have the clerk add to your address the word street. Forthwith. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. You might want to see on that capious felony, Mr. Farberic, when he's going to court. I don't know how they set that or what they do.
Judge, the next gentleman is Mr. Kevin Watson. Mr.
You know,
Watson,
you might want to speak to him, call him back for a second, and tell him, because this is his first offense, Mr. Ippolito.
Ma'am?
You might want to tell him about the suspended driver's license clinic.
Okay.
All right? So take a moment and explain it to him. It's July 25th, 2018. He has to register by the 20th. he probably can go to the Hollywood Clerk and try to sign up for it. But they won't probably know. And they even have free parking. Kevin Watson.
Mr. Watson is here present, Judge.
All right, good afternoon, Mr. Watson. You have aggravated battery. Good afternoon. Aggravated battery caused bodily harm or disability, and improper exhibit, firearm, or dangerous weapon. Court finds probable cause. Court's going to order, sir, no victim contact, direct or indirect, with the alleged victim in the case with the initials KZC. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you need me to explain what no victim contact, direct or indirect means? I don't mind explaining it. All right, it means no contact in person, calling, texting, writing, nothing on social media, and no messages or contact through third parties, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right, the state, what are you asking for on one?
Your Honor, count 1 would be asking for a $10,000 bond, and count 2 would be $5,000 bond.
Defense?
Judge, right now, and it's been Mr. Watson, he's 40 years old, he's been here his whole entire life. I haven't had an opportunity to review the PC affidavit. My understanding is that this alleged incident occurred where Mr. Watson lives. The alleged victim came to his home. Mr. Watson might have here a stand your ground motion. Basically, he has a right to defend himself on his property. Having said that, Judge, right now he's self-employed, he's a mechanic. He is a single father. He's the father of, he supports him, his household, his 4 kids. His kids are right now with his friend that is helping him out by allowing his kids to be with him while he's here. He pays about $1,500 per month in rent. The friend that's actually going to be helping him post his bond is a delivery driver. So obviously financial resources are quite limited. From what the state has suggested as far as the $15,000 bond is something that Mr. Watson financially unable going to be to post. My understanding is that he has limited contact with the criminal justice system. I believe it was 7 years ago, a misdemeanor. Having said that, he's looking forward for the day to contest these allegations. So, Judge, we'd be asking you on count 1 to consider a $2,000 bond, and on count 2, leave the standard bond in place, which means no bond is necessary on count 2. So $2,000 under these circumstances we feel is a reasonable, Judge.
And I mixed up the initials. It's KZC, not the other way around as the name of the alleged victim. All right, according to this, the witness, Crystal Care, that stated that while Cole was parked in front of the house, she observed, watched, and approached the driver's side window and attacked Cole. So based on that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to order no victim contact, no firearms, ammunition, or weapons. And I want you to maintain 500 feet from the victim at all times. no firearms, ammunition, or weapons. On count 1, the court will set bond at $2,500, and on count 2, the court will set bond at $1,000, total $3,500. Good luck to you. Mario Valente Urgis Campos.
He's here present, Judge. Champagne.
Hello, Mr. Campos. How are you?
How you doing?
Fine, thanks. You have driving while license is suspended. Third or subsequent offense, $750. And then you have unlawful speed, posted municipal state ordinance, not for magistrate. Court does find probable cause. Is your address 14359 Miramar Parkway, number 426, Miramar, Florida?
Yes.
All right. What say you, Mr. Romero, for the $750 bond? Can he afford it?
We're just going to be asking for a phone order, Judge.
Okay, phone order. Phone.
Phone.
You know what? Does he have priors besides a driving while license is suspended?
That I didn't ask.
You know what? I'll just ROR him. Okay? There you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Next person.
I don't have any more except for...
The second look in the 30 days.
Okay.
Judge, and we do have Mr. Because he was fresh on my mind, I believe we handled him on the 3rd of July. He's on the second look docket, Mr. Christopher Engdahl. I don't know when you want to get to
Hold
him.
on, let me find, I'm missing a docket. I just have, oh wait. I have Zavante Taylor, I don't know which one this is. That's the misdemeanor. And then I have, these are the detention hearings from today that I can throw out. What about Robert Earl Holloway?
Conti, Your Honor.
All right, let me take him fast and then we'll...
Yes, ma'am. How you doing, ma'am?
Good, how are you?
I'm blessed, ma'am.
Holloway.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to put him on, why do you need to speak to him? That's all right, I'll tell you what's going on. So, we had him on magistrate court 2 times. We had him for count 1, fraudulent utter a false instrument. There was a $1,500 bond set. That was on June 6th. And then on July 3rd, he had a capious felony. It was an affidavit to arrest from 2/26/18. This is before he was put on pretrial. And what I did is whatever it was for, but it doesn't matter because I ROR'd him and I put him on standard pretrial supervision. Okay? So let me ask you this, sir. What is your address?
1316 Northwest 9th Avenue, Apartment E. My mama address, ma'am. Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Is that where you live or is that your mother's address?
That's where I stay with my mom, ma'am.
Let me just pull up this.
I had a hernia surgery, you know. That's why I
Sir,
couldn't.
hold on. I quit while you're ahead. Can someone tell me the case number for the one we're here on today? All I have is an AF number. Is it 6753? Right, 186753.
186753.
Yep,
CF.
it's in front of Colorado. Okay, so he had uttering a forged or false instrument in grand theft. Okay, is it 1316 Northwest 9th Ave, apartment A,
Yes, ma'am.
Fort Lauderdale?
Yes, ma'am. Off 9th and Power Line. Yes, ma'am.
Pardon?
9th and Power Line. I'm Fort Lauderdale, Florida, ma'am.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a power line, but it says Northwest
okay.
9th Ave.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here's the thing, sir. I spoke to Judge Calra, who's your felony judge.
Yes, ma'am.
And he agrees that in the fraud or uttering a false instrument that has the $1,500 bond, is that what you have, Ivy?
Yes,
All right,
ma'am.
can you
That's
pull
what
up
it
his
is.
name? Robert Earl Holloway? Because he's set for tomorrow, so. BS 180-2303.
I have the arrest numbers, 501-802-303.
Says CIS number.
Yeah.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him on pretrial. But here's the thing, sir. You have a court date coming up.
Yes, ma'am.
And if you don't show up, you're going to have a no bond hold.
Ma'am, I will come, miss. Yes, ma'am. I thank you very much, ma'am.
You were actually supposed to come tomorrow, and I didn't want you to sit in jail another day.
Ma'am, I thank you very much, miss. Yes, I do, ma'am. Thank you, Lord. Tell my mama, let her know. Thank you, Lord. I really appreciate it. I will be down at the pretrial place tomorrow morning, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I will not miss no court date, ma'am.
All right, Deputy at North Broward, can you do me a favor on that piece of paper?
Just talking to you.
Conti or no problem?
Conti, I'm sorry.
Okay.
You need to write down July 11th,
July 11th.
which is this coming, it's Wednesday.
I'll be here, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Judge Ernest Calra, Kollra, 7/11 at 8:30. That doesn't mean at 8:35 with Judge Calra. If I were you, I'd be there at 8:15.
I'll be there early. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Room 5770, right?
Do we know the room number? I think you have it right there.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Hold on, I don't know. We'll find out. 5750.
5750. All right, ma'am. Thank you.
It's probably next door or one or two courtrooms
Okay, ma'am.
over. All right, so what day is that?
That's on a Tuesday, I believe. Wednesday.
What time?
Wednesday, he got 8:30, ma'am. A.M. Room 5750, ma'am.
Yep, and your case number, if you could write this down, it's 18-6753 CF10A. So he should be able to bond out of jail, right, Devin? I mean, Ivy? If he's put on pretrial with this, he has nothing else holding him, correct?
No, ma'am.
Oh. Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, he'll get out.
Yes, he'll be out.
Okay. All right, and we don't need to verify. So here's the situation. You get into any more trouble, you're going to get violated, and you're going to come back here, and you're going to have a no bond hold, and that's going to be the end of it till your case is
ma'am.
over. So it's your choice, okay?
Thank you very much, ma'am, and thank y'all very much.
And when do you have to report to pretrial? Do you know that?
Tomorrow morning, I'm going to, if you let me out right now, I'll go right now, ma'am.
Well, I'm not going to let you out right now. That's up to the jail. But you
Okay,
should
but
get
I'll
out
be there
by
tomorrow
midnight.
morning.
But you need to report there tomorrow,
Yes, ma'am.
within 24 hours of being released. And I'd go there
ma'am.
early in the morning.
I will, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am.
Hopefully we won't see you back here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, I only have, Madam Clerk, 2 dockets here. I'm missing one. Unless there's just 2.
Yeah, there's just 2.
Okay.
We took care of the
Okay, fine. Okay, there you go.
Have a seat. Have a seat. Or I'll stand up.
All right, main jail.
Yes, sir. Judge, we have 2 gentlemen here on the 30-day docket.
All right.
First person would be Mr. Marvin Sladen.
Okay, that's page 5.
And Your Honor, that case has been filed on July 3rd.
As what?
It's been filed.
It was filed.
As what? As presented?
One moment. Yes, Your Honor, as presented.
Pardon?
It was filed as presented.
Okay, so sir, they did file, so I'm gonna have to deny the motion for Marvin Sladen.
Thank you, Judge. The next gentleman, Judge, is Mr. David Schuman.
That's the same page 5. State?
Your Honor, that case hasn't been filed yet.
Okay, so he has possession of cocaine, tamper with, or drug paraphernalia. Okay, so Mr. Schuman, I'm good news for you, sir. I'm gonna ROR you.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
that
you.
doesn't mean, you're welcome. But you can thank the state attorney's office, not me. But anyway, that doesn't mean that the state's not gonna file formal charges in the future.
All right.
Okay? Good luck to you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
I
Judge,
saw
the
that
next
face,
gentleman-
mister.
The gentleman we have here, Judge, is Mr. Christopher Engdahl. Come on up, sir.
Page 7, I believe.
He's the gentleman that was here on, he was here, Judge, I believe it was Tuesday, the day before, 4th of July. He gave me the phone number of his sister.
Oh, I
guess,
remember in
she lives in
Sebastian.
Sebastian, Florida. I called her already, I called her on Tuesday. Wasn't successful as far as getting a hold of her. I did leave a message for her. But at this time, he's still
I'm not
here.
letting him
believe they
out.
told
I
him-
want to hear from his sister. He was supposed to stay up there. He's trying to say something, Mr. Romero, so.
Let me
Can I
see.
say something, Judge?
Not about the facts of the case.
No. The reason why, staying down here, I went to task force down here to get a place of my own because I don't want to be a burden to my sister. All my mail goes up there. And I got beat up and robbed. They took my bike, my cell phone. I went to task force at the Broward Boulevard and 2nd Street. And I had a 3-day voucher. And I couldn't make it that night, so they said come in the morning. So I went to a gas station. I got robbed and beat up and there, so I couldn't. Cause I got I'm familiar down here, and I can get work down here.
So the only other interesting information he told me today is, I don't know if the state can confirm that, he says he has no prior failure to appears. If he has no prior failure to appears, I mean, to me that seems consistent with him being able to show up to court. And I mean, his bond is $1,500. Would Your Honor then consider releasing him on pretrial release?
No, because there's something I remember about this case.
He was on pretrial previously, and his
Yeah.
Pretrial in March and revoked in April by Judge Benson.
That was what?
So he has a pending case.
Currently that pending case, though, Your Honor, is on file.
But was he oral warrant on it?
I believe his pretrial was revoked and bonds were set, Your Honor.
So is this the second look?
Yes,
Or
it
I
is, Judge.
reset it because, all right, you know what? Let's reset it for tomorrow, see if we can get in touch with his sister.
I'll call again
He was
today,
supposed to stay up there, and my memory serves me, and you can call Mr. Reedy as much as he probably doesn't want to be called if he's off for a couple days. But, you know, my memory serves me, he was supposed to stay up there. This isn't a matter of liking, not liking, or I don't know the area. I mean, that's what he was supposed to do. She said she'd bring him down for court. And, you know, what does he do? He gets more charges. So the only thing I can say is, let's reset for tomorrow, 1 p.m. See if you can get a hold of his sister. If he can't stay there, then I don't know what to say.
Yes, Judge. Judge, the next gentleman is Mr. Timothy Linhart. Come on up, sir.
Christopher Engdahl. It's page 7. Did you find him? Okay. All right, Timothy Linhart, what are we here for? Second
He's
look?
here on a second look, grand theft. I believe it's out of Home Depot, which merchandise was recovered. His bond is $5,000, Judge. He's been in custody since June 30th.
Do you have the paperwork, Ivy?
He has he's homeless.
All right, let me look at the paperwork. Hold on, because it's not in the computer. Thank you. What's his priors? Relevant priors. I mean, if he had a driving while license is suspended or something, I don't.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto in 2012. And he violated his
Yeah, he violated probation. I think pretrial was revoked.
Tampering physical evidence 2010.
2009 grand theft, resisting without violence, and resisting a merchant.
Okay. Sir, what's your address? What's this 1445 West Broward? Where's that?
That was the Salvation Army.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. If I'd like to say something, ma'am, in the last 5
Sir,
years,
I'm just going to tell you something. I wouldn't talk about the facts of your case or anything. Why don't you tell me?
It has nothing to do with my case.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know that I've completed the Spectrum program in the last 5 years. Only 3 out of 100 actually complete that program. I've also, recently in the last year, I've completed a 1-year faith-based program. I plan on, if I am released, to go into a halfway house, like the First Step Sober House, freely and voluntarily. I do want to get back into recovery. I messed up and
don't.
I'm not saying about that case. I'm talking about
in general.
Yes, in general.
All right. So where are you going to live?
First Step Sober House.
We just got someone that got kicked out of there. All right, he has a $5,000 bond. I'll release him. Do you know if they'll take him?
He says from what he's telling me, as soon as he gets out here, he's going to go to their facilities because he knows where they're at in Pompano.
Yes, ma'am.
And he's going to enroll.
No, I want to make sure he goes there.
Oh, I will, ma'am. Trust me.
I know, but I want to do verification. So how do we know if they'll take him? Want to call up First Step Sober? What's the number? Do you know? The number should be there by you.
What's that?
Hold on, I have it here under all these papers. The gentleman came in. Let's see.
I believe his contact contact person at first step judge is Chris.
Yes.
954-638. Well, it says the first step, so Randy is the court liaison.
Correct, and I believe the owner is a gentleman named Chris.
Okay, so which number
So
you
any
want to
two,
call?
any of the two.
Randy or the office?
Any number, Judge.
Okay, 954-638. 6916 or 942-7414. I'd ask for Randy's going to pick up the 638. As long as you want. No big deal. Take your time. No, I know. Take your time. If you hear us screaming, then just come running. That's all we ask. Okay. Can he work? He has to be able to work.
I work every day, ma'am.
He works every day. He has a job. He has a job with who?
You work, sir?
I work for a guy named Noble Enterprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just want to get him into the first step, right? You can do a court order.
I can do a court order.
That's fine with me.
When can he pick him up?
Okay.
When can they pick him up?
Monday or Tuesday, he says he's picking up on Tuesday.
He can't pick up tomorrow? What about if I send him there?
What if she sends him there to go there? Like from the outside?
It's a grand theft for paint.
So if she just RORs him,
Then give him the name.
yeah, I can. This is your cell, correct? Okay, yeah, I'll take his name.
Can he get mail there?
Okay, and can you get mail there? Yeah.
$450 Pompano Beach.
450 Southwest Second.
All right, just put it on, do the style of a case. I have the stamp to change his address.
Okay.
Okay, here's the thing, sir. I'm not gonna make you wait till Tuesday. I'm gonna have you put you on pretrial. You have to go to pretrial services. So you're gonna have to find a way to get down there.
That's not a problem.
You're on a standard pretrial?
Standard pretrial. Can you just call him back and ask him if he has to be there tomorrow?
What I asked him, I said not with pre-trial, I'm going to do pre-trial. I just said she just releases him and he goes there.
You know what? I'll just release him there, and if he doesn't go there, then he'll be back again.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
This is the location of pretrial.
There
You
you
must
go.
report to
No
pretrial
pretrial.
tomorrow before 12 noon.
Nope.
Before 12 noon. That's downtown.
It's up to him if he gets back.
Across the street.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna change your address there. If you don't go right there.
Okay. I go to pretrial.
Can he go there
then I
tonight?
go-
All right, he doesn't need to, I'm RORing him, okay?
Okay, so no pre-trial.
So, but here's the thing. He needs to go there tonight, and I'm gonna check on this tomorrow.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
There's just directly to, do you know where it is?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is it?
It's located off 2nd Street, Pompano.
But have you been there before?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect, thank you.
Can I have the physical address?
Yes. Yep. No, I need his address. His, you know what, let me, can I do a change of address on this? What was the zip code?
What's the address? A pre-trial? Not a pre-trial.
450, now you sound like me, 450 Southwest 2nd Street, Pompano. What's the zip?
Southwest 2nd Street, Pompano.
It looks like it's 33060.
330. So.
Let him ask for a bus pass.
The gentleman that works there may not be there, but
Well, who's he gonna check in with? If he goes there tonight? Well, if he asks the deputies, my understanding is, yeah. Good luck, sir.
Judge, the next gentleman we have is Mr. Travis Shelton.
Hold on. And I hope you don't tell me on that gentleman that just left that recovery is a process, because I gave him an opportunity, I'm just saying.
Judge, I mean, facts are facts. Recovery is a process.
I understand, but...
It's undisputable. I'm not a scientist, but I know that's the data.
Mm-hmm.
So, just like...
I'm just letting you know next time that he needs a little bit more guidance. So, okay. So what's the zip code?
I think it's 33060.
It's a process, but some people need more guidance than others.
I think in general, people need guidance, Judge. I do. In anything I do.
I know. All right, so who's in front of you? What page?
Last one, page 8.
Okay.
Travis Shelton, right?
Okay, what's going on with Travis Shelton? So this is with violence and F3. What's the bonds? Do you have a file? I need your file again. I don't know why, somebody's gonna have to start providing me these files. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to keep bothering confinement. Okay, so they did a bond surrender. That doesn't sound promising.
What is the number in which the bond was surrendered, Judge?
5/16, it was, the date is May 16th.
May 16th, the bond was surrendered. On what case number?
184834.
And what's the total bond on
How
that
come
case?
on this one? Yeah, how come on this one I have 7851?
That's what we have.
So what's 4834?
434 is the one that probably.
So he has 2 pending cases.
So that's what probably happened. He picked up this resisting with violence $1,000 bond in his bonds and surrendered the bond on 4834 CF10A. And what's the bond which is currently set on the 4834, Judge?
The bonds that were surrendered were $500 and $100.
So, what are the, I guess the.
Okay, so this is the thing. The one that you don't have, his charges, it's a pending case in front of Judge Howery. We'll just say it's 4834. It's resisting with, possession under 20, and resisting without.
So I'm assuming on the resisting with violence is $1,000 bond, and one of the other misdemeanors is
No, on this
$500 bond?
one, it is 500 and 100, so $600 on the
Okay.
4834 case. And then
Gotcha.
on this one, it is $1,000 on the resisting an officer with violence. Says he was extremely intoxicated, kept walking into his face with clenched fists, like he was about to fight, blah, 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 and then...
Judge, I will say this, he does have a place to live in Pompano Beach.
I have the address,
right
but 706?
Is that your address?
Remember, I told you that.
Is that your address? Okay. Judge, he did advise me he is working. He works at a seafood restaurant as a dishwasher. So I asked you, considering he's out on, well, was holding him $1,600 as far as bond goes, would you consider releasing him on level 2 pretrial and open schedule so he can go to and from work? Because right now,
But the problem is the drinking. I mean, it appears, you know, the officer pushed him, just put his 2 hands up, and he fell backwards. Or fell. Because he was so intoxicated. He didn't fall back. He says he just fell to the floor. So there's a drinking problem going on. What do you suggest?
Judge, you can order him to attend AA 4 times a month at a minimum. You
Once
could
a
order
week?
Once a week. Judge, you could order.
How about 90 meetings in 90 days?
Yes, ma'am, I can do that.
If he has an alcohol problem, he should do 90 meetings.
Of course. I'm just saying sometimes a person who's working, I don't know what the schedule's like.
They have them all hours of the day, AA meetings. You'd be surprised.
Judge, from what Mr. Shelton's representing him, he says he could do that. So that would.
All right, this is what I'm going to do. I'll ROR him. I'll put him on standard pretrial release. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to put a TAD monitor on him. But the problem is he works in a kitchen, so I can't do that. So I'll do alcohol and drug testing. No alcohol or intoxicants. Prescriptions are allowed. And as long as he takes them as prescribed. But if he doesn't show up for court or he gets another arrest, do you know what no bond means, sir?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, well, if you don't want that, then...
I've been showing up to all my court dates, so you...
All right, 1 AA meeting a week.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And I'm going to go ahead and give him the location of the call right now, Judge. He'll have to report the pretrial tomorrow before noon?
Yes, I give him 24 hours from his release.
Okay, as soon as you better be there tomorrow morning, all right?
Okay, we're going to go side. Because they get out at 4:30.
Yeah.
Okay, who's this?
Judge, the last gentleman we have is Mr. Amar Knight.
It's on for second look round.
I do not have it on my sheet.
It's, I guess, a false ID given to Leo. It's a $1 bond.
It's a $1 bond.
$1.
He was here on a VOP. My understanding, and talking to him, he resolved his violation probation. His completion date, I believe, on the violation probation is October 22nd, 2018.
All right, give me the case number.
The 18.
Hold on.
59. Yes.
I said it too fast. 18.
No problem. 5933. MM10A.
Yeah, and if you see any of the violations that are probations that are resolved, let me know and I'll put it on the second look docket.
Okay.
This is Zavante Taylor.
No, this is Seymour Knight. 185933 MM10A.
That's what I have. Zavante Taylor.
I have a docket.
Wait, does he have an alias?
Judge, that's the name
No.
that we have on the second look docket. Maybe he's AK. It's an AK. Okay, so he's on the docket.
All right. He apparently has a capias. Compulsory school attendance violation. Is he in jail on this? $1 bond?
From what I see, Judge, it's a false ID given to a Leo. Samar Knight?
Okay. I don't want your client to implicate himself, but we have Zavante Taylor. I don't know if that's an AKA. Let me look at the booking sheet. I don't have a booking sheet, as usual.
Yeah, I have some more. You have it right? It's on here as an alias.
What's the alias?
Samar G. Knight. Also Marcus Knight.
Well, this is Zavante Taylor.
No.
What's his date of birth?
1782.
Well, this is 93. This can't be him. This is Sanders Elementary School.
Maybe my paperwork is wrong and the case number I'm giving you is incorrect because I have 185930 MM10A.
That comes back to a Zavante Taylor.
Yeah, this is about
so
not a
so
child.
then the case number is wrong on my paperwork.
This is about a school violation.
No.
Well, that's what
This
I was
is a
saying. All right, give me
false
his
ID
last
given.
name.
Knight. Knight.
Okay, first name?
Samar. C as in Charlie, E as in Edward, M as in Mary, A as in Apple, and R as in Romero.
Your Honor, no. It's case number 185966 MM10A. What's on the docket is 33.
Is it?
Yeah.
So they put down the wrong case number.
Better someone else than me.
There you go.
Okay, so 5966, Samar Gabriel Knight.
Yes, that's this gentleman right here.
All right. Okay, do we have a plea offer, or does he want to? He was violated because of this.
Yes, that's what he advised me when he resolved his violation
All right,
probation.
I'll ROR him, but he's got to show up for court in front of Judge Diaz. He'll have a no bond hold.
He's asking to resolve it, Judge.
States you have an offer. Yeah, but it could violate him.
My understanding, Judge, is on the violation of probation, he resolved it already. When he admitted the violation, this allegation was on the warrant.
All right, as long as you're comfortable with it. State, what's the offer?
Well, the state's there. They should have the warrant. Is there any way just to confirm what I'm saying?
showing he has 3 violations of probation 2018 that were adjudicated, and then it says 5 years. Probation for 5 years, I guess.
Let's have him raise his right hand, and then we'll figure it out. I'll only go so far. Sir, raise your right hand. Do you swear and/or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, I do.
All right. Is your name Seymour Gabriel Knight, K-N-I-G-H-T?
Yes, ma'am.
It's my understanding you want to give up your right to a trial, possibly, if what Mr. Romero's saying is true, and your violations of probation have been resolved?
Yes.
Just to get this over with as a matter of convenience today?
Yes.
Did you watch a video?
Did you watch a video? No.
All right, try to make sure they have them watch the video. Is anyone forcing you to do this?
No, ma'am.
Go ahead.
One moment, Your Honor. Seeing if you resolved it.
Are you under the influence of any alcohol or drugs?
No, ma'am.
Ever been treated for a mental illness?
No, ma'am.
You understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, a plea of his charge can result in deportation proceedings?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you explain to him about the driver's license? If not, you can explain it to him while the state's looking it up.
Sir, there's going to be court costs imposed, and on the court costs, she'll give you 6 months to pay.
$293.
The $293, and if you don't pay your court costs, your driver's license could be suspended. And of course, like anybody, if you're caught driving without a valid license, it's a traffic criminal offense, so you could be arrested. Do you understand that? Yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm not showing that his violation was resolved.
Included in the warrant?
Who's his felony public defender?
5 years probation, but I don't know if that's the 2017 case.
Who's this public defender? Maybe we can call them fast so we can move it along. It's 2:46.
He doesn't know, Judge.
Can we look it up? How do I look it up? Who's in judge? Which judge did he go in front of?
Rothschild.
Who's the PDs in there? Do you know?
The one in the wheelchair.
Huh? Was it a male or female?
Male. Yes.
Was he in a wheelchair?
Yes.
Can somebody text him and ask him? All right, anybody else there we're waiting for?
He's the last gentleman here at Maine, Judge.
You know, we had a DeAnthony Rutledge that I have here.
Anthony Rutledge?
He's not on there. This is my paperwork. And he was pending verification to a drug rehab. This was Mr. Saunders. He's still in jail.
Great, thank you very much.
Oh, this is the one with the all the commotion. Is Mr. Sanders there? I didn't know if he was in the background.
Oh, no, Mr. Saunders, no, not here.
Because there's a DeAnthony Rutledge that he was working on that's still in jail. And it was a pending verification to a drug rehab. So you might want to text him or tell him. I have in here, he was supposed to check on it and he was supposed to tell Mr. Reedy or somebody. I don't know what happened.
I can't contact, if you can let Mr. Farber contact him, I can't contact.
Okay. You don't have a phone?
They take the cell phone like right there. If I brought it in, I would be picking up a charge and then I'd be representing myself.
You know what they say for a lawyer that represents himself.
Exception.
Yeah, I know. Who's the other gentleman that's there?
No, he was the gentleman that you just already addressed, Judge.
Okay. All right.
That
No
was,
problem.
I believe, Mr.
All right, so
Travers.
All right. Who do you have there, Conti? I heard you say Conti.
330. I didn't say that. We got 330 days.
All right, tell me what's your name, sir?
Michael Catania.
Okay, ma'am, if you could just step over to the bailiff and tell him why you're here. Maybe he can help you out, okay? Okay, Catania, page
Yes,
4 of the docket. Let's see if the state filed formal charges.
These are not for file, these are,
ROR or filed?
these are, wait, these are second, are they ROR? Yeah.
Yeah, it's 6-1. No?
Oh, yeah, they're not filed, Your Honor.
All right, sir. The state has not filed formal charges on the burglary, unoccupied structure, conveyance, possession of cocaine, possession of burglary tools. So you are entitled to a release. However, I don't know if you have anything else pending. If you do, then
No, ma'am.
okay, then I was going to say, so you will be released shortly, okay? Usually takes between 4 and 6 hours.
Okay.
That doesn't mean, though, that the state cannot file charges in the future. You can go to browardclerk.org and check, okay? Good luck to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Next one,
Donald Tim.
page 2 of the docket. Hi, Mr. Tim.
Hi, Your Honor.
Good, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
This case was filed.
Okay, so what's his bond and what'd you file as? Okay, so I'm going to deny the motion for ROR if the state filed formal charges today.
It was filed as presented. It's an aggravated battery.
What's his bond? Okay, you have a $100,000 bond. So your motion's denied. Get in touch with your public defender. Do you know who that is?
No, ma'am. Not right now, I don't. I never got his card or a letter in the mail. Nothing.
Donald Tim, Timm. Huh?
I think I filed the motion for him.
Yeah, they filed as presented $100,000 bond. All right, so the public defender's here. There'll be someone out to see you shortly, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Your
You'll have
attorney-
your arraignment. Hold on, sir. Bring him back.
According to the docket, your attorney's name is Richard Eagles.
Richard Eagles?
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're
All
welcome.
right, thank you. All right, next one, Conti.
The last one is Reginald Brown.
Page 6. Sorry.
That's been filed, but that's a statewide prosecution case. They filed it.
Okay, sir, so they did file the statewide prosecution. I'm sorry, which one is this?
Reginald Brown.
Okay, Mr. Brown,
Yes,
they
ma'am.
did file formal charges against you. So trafficking in fentanyl and trafficking in cocaine. Your bonds are going to remain. Do you know who your public defender is?
No, ma'am.
Do you know who his is?
Mr. Brown, this is Mike Farber. Didn't I come out and talk to you the other day?
No, ma'am. I mean, no, sir.
No, I didn't.
No.
Your division attorney is going to be John Marcus. That's who the attorney is. I believe that I filed the motion for you. I've been out of town, so some of these were handled by other attorneys, but I think it was I filed this just yesterday or day before.
So this is the statewide prosecutor in this case? Okay, so who's going to be his public defender?
His public defender right now, it shows John Marcus.
All right, so just tell them that they filed charges. You'll have your arraignment shortly, sir, okay? Good luck to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Have a good day. All right, let's go back to the main jail.
Has Mr. Farberic had any success in contacting Mr.?
I actually called the office. He wasn't in. I got his cell. I called back to get his cell number. He's out of town right now, and he could not provide any information as to whether he pled out or not. He said he couldn't recall.
Judge, I have a suggestion. I don't know if Your Honor would feel comfortable with this. And speaking with this gentleman, he's quite confident that he says that this allegation was in his violation of probation warrant. I would ask you to still go forward with the plea, but allow him to withdraw his plea if for some reason it wasn't.
Sure. Where are we again? What page is this?
It was Mr. Samar Knight, the false ID given to Leo, the false name.
No, I'm trying to find it.
He's on a completely separate docket by himself. But the name.
I don't have a separate docket with his name on it.
The docket right there.
But his name is.
That's the one with the
Zavante Taylor is how it appears.
I don't know how.
That's not him because he does he have?
Remember, it was supposed to be 5966 instead of 5933.
But this isn't him.
I know. I don't know how that.
All right, so there's nobody here, but that's not his AKA, is it?
No, they put the wrong case number on the docket is what happened.
Okay, sir, so let's continue with your plea. State, what's the offer on this, adjudication or withhold? Okay, so they want an adjudication. All right, sir, so I might repeat myself a little bit, but if I do, excuse me. So you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, a plea to this charge could result in deportation proceedings and affect your ability to remain in the United States?
Yes.
Okay, and you also understand that if you don't pay the court costs of $293, you heard Mr. Romero talk to me about it, and he said he spoke to you about it as well, that if you don't pay that, you'll have driving while licenses suspended. Your license will be suspended, okay?
Yes.
All right, so that means $293 in court costs. Sir, look at me. $293 in court costs to be paid within 6 months. If you don't pay them, your license is suspended. If you drive, you get arrested, and then you have a new charge. And you get 3 driving while licenses suspended within 5 years, then you get a felony charge as a habitual traffic offender. You understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and you also get a late fee of $25. So understanding everything I just explained to you, guilty, not guilty, no contest, to false ID given to a Leo in case number 185966 MM10A. No contest?
No contest.
All right, the court's going to accept your plea, find that's freely and voluntarily entered. Court has reviewed the court file and finds probable cause for the plea. Adjudication, time served. I'm not done, sir. Adjudication, time served, $293 in court costs. You have to pay within 6 months. You have 30 days to appeal the sentence of the court. If you can't afford an attorney, one will be appointed. I also, for the record, will allow him to withdraw his plea if this affects his violations of probation. Thank you very much. Good luck to you, sir.
Judge, we're officially done here at Maine.
I hope so. Yesterday we had to call, or Tuesday we had to call somebody and wait.
Who?
It was somebody that was on the docket, yeah, and then they wouldn't send him down. We had to wait like 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Here at Maine? Oh.
It doesn't matter, Mr. I don't know if it was Mr. Reedy or Mr.
I think it was Mr. Saunders on Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay.
So
It doesn't matter. If you're gone, as long as someone's here, have a nice day. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Judge.
Did you give him 6 months to pay?
Yes, Judge.
What about count 2? Hold on, Mr. Romero.
Yeah, Yes, Judge.
He has a criminal mischief charge as well. Bring him back.
Open criminal mischief? On the criminal mischief,
Same case.
Same case, count two.
Go get him.
oh, they're getting him
Tomorrow
right now,
night.
Judge. They're getting him right now.
Can we give him a withhold on that and withhold and, obviously he doesn't get court costs. Oh, I see what you did, okay. Adjudication.
The same case,
Okay. That's all right.
He's coming, Judge. We got it. There's, I guess, a criminal mischief associated with it.
Criminal mischief.
But you want to resolve that one as well, Judge.
All right, but here's the thing, we're gonna reserve restitution, because it is criminal mischief with damages under 200, and it's Judge Diaz.
I understand that.
All right, so sir.
Let me explain that one aspect to him, okay?
Okay, this one, I gave it to you. It's probably gonna stay in adjudication, just hold on. But we are gonna reserve on the restitution, probably.
He wishes to proceed, Judge.
Okay, so I asked you if you waived all your rights, sir, and that would also include the charge of criminal mischief, $200 or less, first offense. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so how do you want to plead to that? No contest, the same as the other one? Same as the false ID?
Yes.
All right, court adopts it and is going to accept your plea, find that's freely and voluntarily entered. Court has reviewed the court file and finds probable cause for the pleas. So it'll be adjudication on each count, court costs only on one, 293. He's allowed to withdraw his plea. Reserve restitution on count 2. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
Good luck, sir.
Okay, so we finished. Let's see if Paul Ryan has any. One person. All right, you got to speak up. Next time, deputy, speak up when you have one person.
I didn't know. I did it once with a different judge, and I was told to hold on. So.
Okay. Well, when it's me, you can do that. I don't know about other judges, but.
All right, I appreciate that.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, sir, what's your name?
James Downey.
Mr. Downey, I don't have you here. Oh, yes, I do. Page 3. Downing.
That case is
Yes, ma'am.
filed.
Okay, so your attorney filed a motion saying the state hasn't filed charges. They had to file by today. They just indicated to me that they did file, so I'm going to have to deny their motion to release you. What's his bonds and how did they file?
Count 1 was filed as robbery with a firearm.
Okay.
Count 2 was filed as presented. And there's an add charge. Count 3 is a firearm by convicted felon.
Okay. Okay, sir, so if you want to change your bond amount, contact your public defender. Do you know who that is?
No. No, ma'am.
Well, you're going to be going to court soon for an arraignment. Do we have state? Because Mr. Farberic doesn't have who his,
It shows on the docket, it shows that Kimberly Segal is the attorney.
Okay, it's Kimberly Segal. You need to get in touch with her, okay?
Yeah.
Good luck to you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, Deputy at Paul Ryan. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right,
Bye.
North Broward. Hi.
Hi. Jonathan Marius.
That one was filed as one.
Okay, page 3 of the docket. Okay, he has a robbery, no firearm or weapon, burglary, occupied conveyance. Did the state file formal charges?
Yes, Your Honor. Count 1 was filed as robbery with a firearm, deadly weapon. Count 2 was filed as burglary of conveyance.
So what's his bonds? And do you know who your public defender is?
I think, no, I do not.
It's also Kimberly Segal. That's going to be your attorney.
Okay, Kimberly Segal.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so, sir, I'm gonna have to deny the motion. The state filed formal charges, okay? So call Ms. Segal, Kimberly Segal. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, Rashawn Lofton.
Who is Lofton?
Is that your name, sir?
No, I don't have a Lofton, Your Honor. Leopard? Jack Leopard?
Okay, we'll go to that in a second. So, Jack Leopard is page 6. Don't run away at the last one, I'm just telling you. Because I think we have some people there.
No, well, I have relief now. I'm off.
Well, someone's gonna have to come, so.
We're gonna take care of whatever needs to be done, Your Honor.
Okay, so Jack Leopard.
I'm at Max Lewis. No, she want Leopard.
Okay, what? No.
Just write out what she wants. We'll fill it in.
What is this gentleman's name?
Barnes. Carlton Barnes.
Okay, Mr. Barnes, I'm sorry about the confusion. This is a motion for an ROR as possession of cocaine, cannabis, drug paraphernalia, and resisting. Okay, so your attorney filed a motion saying the state hadn't proceeded yet with formal charges. And as of today's hearing, which the state had, they didn't file formal charges, so you're entitled to be released. Do you agree, state? You're entitled to be released. That doesn't mean that the state can't file formal charges against you. So you gotta look for your court date and contact the public defender's office every month or so and make sure you don't have a court date, because then you'll get a warrant for your arrest to see if the state attorney is going ahead with your case, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, sir. Good luck to you.
So I'm released?
You're released.
Mr.
Good luck.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead, Doc.
What's your name, sir? I'm sorry about the confusion before.
No problem, Jack Leopard, ma'am.
Okay, you're Mr. Leopard, page 6. Give me a moment. Possession of Klonopin, touch or strike battery, possess a harmful New Legend drug.
He's here for a second, look, says unable to verify.
All right, do you have his file? Let me see if I can find it. Hold on.
Mr. Leopard, this is Mike Barbaric again. Do you Pam, would you be able to verify the address?
Yes, ma'am.
That you live at?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Say that again. This is a motion for ROR?
Yes, Judge. No, should be a second look.
It's a second look. Yeah, it says RR on all of them, but they're not. Yeah, they say RR, but they're second look.
Oh my goodness. Hey, he's in drug court. Says granted to pretrial release, GPS, no contact with KMO or D.
Correct, Your Honor. Currently, the address given by Mr. Leopard is the same as the victim's address, and we ordered no contact. So we are unable to verify an address independent of the victim. The pretrial specialist
When did you call?
The call was made this morning at 9:41 p.m.
All right, so Mr. Forberic, I don't know if the victim still lives there or whose apartment it is or if they, jump ship for a lack of a better term. So how can we find this out? This gentleman's been, I'm sorry, when did you say you checked?
We've been calling.
When's the first time you called the landlord? Approximately.
Jack, just so I know, did I actually come out to talk to you?
Talking to you.
Yes, yes, sir.
All right, so what's today, July 5th? So, I mean, it's been over a week. And this gentleman can't get his address verified because someone's not calling back. Have you tried the victim? State, tell me what's going on with this victim. Can we call up and find out? Maybe she's not there and maybe you want to talk to him. Go to the left, sir. Phone's going to ring. Find out who he lives there with. What's the situation? Who else you have?
Your Honor, we did attempt to call the victim, and she has yet to return our call.
When did you call? How long have you been calling her?
Your Honor, that's all on the docket.
Okay, well, unfortunately, Michelle's not here, my JGAA, and she usually writes where everybody's from. So I'm going to have to start pulling up all these cases. Some deputy's going to have to wait.
Okay, but...
Hold on, someone's talking to me. Give me 1 second. What? 3?
Well, these are the last two besides Mr. Leopard.
All right, so why don't I just, you hold, so let's just go through these. Hold on.
Okay.
We have Russian Lofton. Can anybody tell me where he is? Confinement, pretrial, state attorney. He's at North Broward. Russian Lofton.
Lofton is the last name? Russian?
Yeah, he's on page 2. Do you have the docket there?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, look at page 2. What happened? Next one is Boyd. Did Frederick Boyd bond out? Where is he? Because he's not showing up in mine. It's another one. I don't know why this happens every day. North Broward, Frederick Boyd. Right under Mr. Lofton.
Okay, who's before Lofton, Your Honor?
It's Rashawn Lofton, and then there's Frederick Boyd.
At the 30 day or the second look?
It's one docket. That's all I have.
Well, see, we get 3.
Okay, it's the 30-day docket.
Is this a motion?
He's the very first one on that docket. There's nobody before.
Who do you have? Who's your first person on your docket?
My first person is Donald Tim on the 30 day.
No, it's before then. I don't know why you don't have them. So, you know what? Someone's going to have to start verifying this because every day this happens with North Broward.
There's 2 names before Tim, so I don't know how he get that.
All right, well, I need Russian Lofton. And I need Frederick Boyd.
Okay.
Hold on, let me go through the rest of it.
Yeah. Is this Rashawn?
No, she's here.
What about
I'm not sure.
that other person that's not coming before us, right? No, but I'm saying the other one. Who was the third person you had?
It was Leopard. I was counting him.
Okay.
It was just 2.
I'm not sure, but I'll let you know Monday. All right, bye.
Okay, let's get those two up here if we can. Okay, and then we're on, I forgot this gentleman's name, unfortunately. Leopard, let's go back to Leopard.
Judge, kind of a long story short, both Jack and his son Jonathan were both arrested, and I know that there's a conflict issue that we were dealing with, although I think there may not be one. I'm not 100%
Is this
sure.
a mutual combat or father-son?
It's not, no, because there was a third person that was involved. That was the victim in the case. I spoke to an independent family member who indicated that basically she would be able to verify anything that we needed to verify. He said that the person, the victim that was living in the room or the house with them, has vacated. He's left. He's gone to somewhere else to live. That he's no longer
Who
there.
told you that?
He just advised me
Who's
of
he?
that. Mr. Leopard. Jack
How does
Leopard.
he know?
Probably. I'm assuming you've been in contact with Pam.
Pam through the rent lady herself, Miss Gibson.
And who's Miss
Who's
Gibson?
the rent lady? You have her number?
I do not, ma'am, but Pam does.
Can we get Pam to give the number? That's who they've been trying to get a hold of.
Right, Pam probably knows everything. I also have notes.
Did
in
you
the
call
file.
Pam? Can we call
I
her
don't
now?
have her number here with me. It's back in the office.
I'll
So,
give it to you. I got it.
What
do you
is
have
it?
You have Pam's number?
That would be 901-488-4486.
Hold on.
There you
You want to call?
You can do it, Judge. I have spoken to her. I can tell the court that she's very helpful for both her and her son. And
What's the address and no contact? Yes, hi. Is your name Pam?
It is, yes, ma'am.
Hi, Pam. My name is Judge Malika. I'm a judge in Broward County.
Yes,
And I
ma'am.
actually have Mr. Jack Leopard in front of me. You're on speakerphone being recorded. So, do you have the number for the landlord or the rent lady, as I'm being
Yes,
told
ma'am.
is called?
Yes.
What
Yes,
is
ma'am.
her name?
Ms. Gibson.
You might want to write this down. Gibson. And what's her number?
Yes, ma'am. 954-979-6365.
Okay, hold on. Pretrial is telling, just give me one moment. What are you saying?
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
the number, that's the person that we've been attempting to contact, the landlord, right, who we contacted as recently as this morning at 9:41, who has yet to return our call to state that the victim has left the residence.
Okay. So, and what's the alleged victim's name? When's the last time you've spoken to Miss Gibson?
Yesterday.
Because she hasn't returned pretrial services call.
Yes, ma'am. She's a bit of a strange lady. I don't mean that in any bad way. I don't.
All right, do you think if I called her, she'd answer?
I don't know. It's worth a shot. You want me to try to conference you in?
Sure.
If I can. Makes me feel good conferencing a judge in. Hang on one second.
She's a nice lady. Maybe if not, he can find some. Hold on, don't say anything about the facts of your case.
she's very helpful. When I spoke to her, she was very helpful. So.
Is Pam his friend, or she lives there, or what's the situation here?
That's your ex-wife, is that correct?
Yes.
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking to the public defender. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay.
So are you going to three-way her in?
I've tried so hard to get my phone.
Okay. Take your time. If you get disconnected, we'll surely call you back.
Okay. All right. You're on the 7,000 number, right?
No, that's what shows up. I'll call you back if there's a problem.
Okay. All right.
It shows
Well, I'm gonna go
831
for it right now
7000.
and get her on the phone.
Okay. Can I see the paperwork on him? Do you have it on Jack Leopard?
Judge, just while we're waiting for her to come back, Jack also indicated to me that he, if that was a problem, he could stay with his uncle as well. But his uncle is extremely busy and doesn't always answer the phone. But again, Pam could verify any address that they would need to verify.
Well, with the GPS, we need to verify with the person he's staying with. I mean, if it was a drug rehab or something, obviously, they could just pick him up.
Judge,
Yes.
can you call me back in about 2 minutes?
Sure, no problem.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I think you stop. Take out clear. Take out clear.
So how many?
It's not that pretrial took 4 days to address it.
Judge, is the issue here because they placed him on level 2? Is that the...
Any element.
I had $1,000 ROR GPS level 2. Then he couldn't pay, so he was the same thing. I just deleted the $1,000.
Correct.
Would the court consider just straight pretrial?
No. No, not in this case.
I can tell. I think I was in magistrate court
Hello.
Bye.
Oh, nice working with you.
Nice, same here. Bye.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
He had like perfectly brown bite marks where the victim had bit into the sun hat. So.
But honestly, I mean, if someone has bite marks, like, they could be defending themselves too.
Sure, I understand.
I mean, here's the thing. They used a small PVP pipe, and I don't want you to comment, sir. It's just the allegations. They used a PVP pipe, and they hit him several times in the head. I mean, the man was bleeding, and he lost consciousness.
I understand. Obviously, there's another side to that story, but I understand where the court's coming from. But I just wanted the court to know. I don't know that he has a. I don't know. Again, just in speaking to Pam and everything, I think that.
No, he's got to have an address that he can live at. But
sure.
So what is the situation here? Are they renting a room or?
I think they were.
In the next unit, not in the same unit. Why don't you call him on the phone? Don't have him talk about it. Go to the left, sir. All right, let me try her back. She told me a couple of minutes. Maybe he can give you the uncle's number.
This is Pam.
Hi, Pam. It's Judge Malika.
Okay, let me try this now. Hang on 1 second, ma'am. Hi, is Miss Gibson there, please?
Gibson, hold on.
Yes.
Let me see if she's at an extension. Hold on, please.
Thank you. I have a judge holding, sir.
It's funny.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Commando Rescue Mission and Broward Outreach Centers, known as the Caring Place, are asking you to consider to help children to go to summer day camp that normally would have no...
Okay.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please
Do you
check the
believe
number
it?
and dial again.
Hello?
Ma'am, I'm here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Try it again. I think you dropped it.
Okay, I'll try again, her again. It's very hard to reach them.
Doesn't she have a cell?
Sir, I have a judge on hold. Could you get Miss Gibson, please?
Hold on, please.
Thank you.
Commando Rescue Mission and Broward Outreach Centers, known as the Caring Place, are asking you to consider to help children to go to summer day camp.
Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and dial again.
What's the number you're dialing?
I am dialing 954 6365. Yesterday. Let me try one more time.
Why don't we tell him what it's doing?
Ma'am,
Yes.
let me try a more.
All right, you want me to hold on? Sir, let me ask you this. Is there anybody else we can call?
How are you doing?
How can I help you, ma'am?
I need desperately to speak to Miss Gibson. I have a judge on hold, please.
Okay, hold on, please.
You keep connecting, sir.
Centers, known as the Caring Place, are
Oh my
asking you to
gosh.
consider to help children to go to
It's gonna
summer day camp
disconnect it again.
that normally would have
Hello?
Hello. Yes.
Yes, hi, Miss Gibson, please.
Miss Gibson.
My name is Judge Malika. I'm the Broward County Magistrate Court Judge. I wanted to know if she was available.
Yes, this is Miss Gibson speaking.
Hi, Miss Gibson. How are you? I'm sorry to bother you at work and only take a second of your time. I wanted to know, there was someone living in one of your homes by the name of Kevin Michael Davis. Do you know if he's vacated the residence?
No, he's still there.
He's still living there.
Yes, to my knowledge.
All right. And that's at the
You want the
2505?
address or you? Yeah.
2505?
Yes, the front apartment, apartment F as in front.
Okay, thank you. Does he have any plans to vacate the apartment?
Let's tell the guy who lives in the efficiency that he is leaving, but he has not left. He is still here and his rent is paid up to date.
All right, thank you so much. I'm sorry to bother you. Bye-bye. All right, Plan B. Where else can you live?
My uncle's.
Judge, I just called.
Maybe Pam can take him in for a while till he gets it resolved.
Where does Pam live?
Oh, she's in Olive Branch, Mississippi.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did call your uncle. He said
have a
that
good little
he
airport
was
there.
unable to house you at this time, that you wouldn't be able to live there right now. So, so that's, you wouldn't be able to
I mean,
go
if he's
there.
gonna live in this efficiency, why can't someone find him, Pam find him another one? I mean, I did the $1,000. She can't pay $100 and bond him out?
You mean just keep it at 1,000?
1,000 and standard pretrial supervision. It's either that or GPS.
I don't know what Pam's circumstances are. I mean, I could ask her if she could do
Why don't you call up 901
I got it.
488
And I do have the money to pay her back.
Is his son still in jail?
Hey Pam, it's Mike again. How are you? Good, thanks. Are you able to?
What's his prior record?
Your Honor, he only has a 2018 case that's pending in drug court. It's a possession of clonazepam.
Okay, so he has a drug charge. What else?
And then he has a 2012 petty theft. It was a withhold, and that's it.
That's it. No prior crime of violence.
No.
Tennessee?
Disposition is unknown, however.
Okay.
When was that?
1988.
Well, not that I'm lessening it, but that was 30 years ago, over 30 years ago.
Okay.
We don't know if it was a conviction.
I'm not sure. I'll try to call you tonight if I don't.
Is there any way we can find out the disposition on that case? What are you doing, sir? Where are you going?
Your Honor, he's talking with the public defender now.
No, he's not. Because the public defender's on the phone with someone else. Oh, you are? Okay. Sorry. I thought you were talking to Pam.
Want to do another case because it's going to take a while. To see
It's
what
all at
happens.
North Broward.
That's it? That's the last case?
Okay, so let's talk about the two.
Okay, do the other case while we see what's
We have Lofton and Boyd. Tell me what's going on with them. Is this RORs?
Okay, I got Mr. Lofton here right now.
All right, bring them in. Thanks.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon, actually.
Good afternoon.
3:30.
Good afternoon, miss. I'm just thankful that I'm still alive.
Me too.
God bless you.
God bless you too. Okay, so sir, we have a motion for ROR, second look. Can
Please,
anybody,
miss.
hold on, can anybody answer me? Russian Lofton, no one seems to be able to tell me. It says Capias too, I see.
He was arrested on 5/28, so he would be in more than 30 days.
Is Jennifer Blackman in felonies now? Oh, how nice.
Ma'am.
One moment. Why does it say Capias? Can anybody tell me? It's 3:30. I would like to get out of here early today. So we have 3 people left. Okay, good. For what? All right, so can we add them tomorrow morning? Or can we do it now? What's easier for you, Ivy?
Does the clerk have the paperwork on the 50th? Yeah, tomorrow morning.
All right. So tomorrow you're getting ad charge with the grand theft or grand theft auto?
Grand theft and third degree.
Grand theft in the 3rd degree, bond's going to be $1,000. Can someone please tell me why we're here today, though? Are we here on a motion for ROR? Did you file one?
Miss.
Sir, we have an attorney here representing you and everything's being recorded. And anything you say or do can and will be used against you. We'll let you talk, but just give me a minute, okay?
We're just trying to make sure we have everything lined up right.
All right, we gotta pull up this.
Judge, I think the state indicated that he was set for a 30-day motion for ROR, so I don't know, was that filed?
I didn't hear the state say that.
Yes, Your Honor, it was set for a motion for ROR. The case
Well,
has
don't
been-
go by what's on the docket here.
No, I'm
I mean,
I'm
on this
looking
page.
I'm looking on Odyssey. That's what it says it's set for. Yes. For Rishon.
Okay, I have it here. It's in front of Tim Bailey. He had a magistrate 529. Standard pretrial release. He had $1,000 bond. There was a motion denying the ROR. Oh. Says he has, like Judge Wren issues. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I put on my motion for ROR.
Here would be my first question is, did the state file on the burglary charge?
It's been charged, yes. It was filed as presented, the burglary, and then...
Okay.
Okay, so it was?
Yes.
So then for what we're here for today, that would be,
Denied.
correct. I couldn't think of the word.
All right, sir, so we're gonna see you tomorrow morning. The state?
You get RR?
No, because the state filed charges. They had up until today, and they actually filed charges, and they're actually gonna add one. So I'm gonna deny the motion respectfully, and you might wanna track this case a little bit. And talk to somebody about something for him,
Okay.
okay? Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, I have Mr. Boyd here also.
Who?
I have Mr. Boyd here also.
Sure, send him out. And thank you, Deputy.
No problem.
Okay, you're Mr. Frederick Boyd?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, is this a motion for ROR? Hello, is anybody home? Could someone tell me?
The only thing I can say, Judge, is that he's certainly beyond the 30-day mark, so it probably is.
Well, let's see if they filed.
It has already been filed, and all accounts were filed as presented. And it is set for ROR.
Okay, this is in front of Judge Merrigan. How come it says here, hearing held on defense motion for ROR? Oh, reset. This was Ms. Chase. July 2nd. I don't know what happened, but. He has $12,500 in bond. Aggravated stalking and all this other stuff. Okay, sir, so the state filed formal charges against you. Do you know who your public defender is? I think it's Julie Chase. You need to contact her, and you should have an arraignment soon, okay? Your case will get moving. Good luck to you, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Do you want Mr. Leopard back?
Yes, please. And he's the last one. Perfect, right?
I can't get nothing on him. I don't.
All right, that's fine. It's so long ago.
I found it, but there's no disposition.
Okay, I understand. Okay, so what's your solution so we can?
Yeah, I think this is the solution, Judge. he has a bank card. Pam told me that he has a bank card in there and he has money on the card. So he needs to get to the property. He didn't realize that he could do this. But he doesn't have $1,000. He indicated to me he has about $700 on the card. What I would ask the court is if the court would reduce...
I would do 500.
That would be fine. He would be able to post his bond at that point. It gives him a little bit of money so that when he
Why
gets
can't he
out,
go through a bondsman and just pay 100?
He may be able to call one, and sometimes they
Don't
can
they
work
have
it
a
out
number
that
at the jail he can call? Have you tried to call a bondsman?
No, ma'am, I will now. No, ma'am, but I will now.
So
Where are the numbers for the deputy? Are there numbers for bondsmen
Yes,
at
ma'am,
the
there should be
jail?
numbers posted in the unit, ma'am.
And when can he call a bondsman?
As soon as he gets back to his unit, and once they're clear at the unit, they can use the phone.
Okay, so how do we get him to access his property to pay the bondsman?
If he had money in his property, he would have to go through the proper procedure as far as requesting it, and they'll take care of that on the property will take care of that on their end.
Okay.
So he would have to get with his housing deputy for that.
Yeah. When he gets back up to the cell, he can let whoever.
But here's the thing, they might not do it with his debit card.
Well, how does he work? They can go pull money out of the machine. I don't know how much they can pull out a day, though. I forget. I know there's a limit. Do you know what it is, Deputy?
Not off the top of my head, no, but the housing deputy should be able to find out for him.
Okay. So, Judge, what he can do is one of two things. Either he can contact a bondsman. The bondsman will help him to go through the procedures to get the money out so that, sometimes the bondsman will put it up and then he can give him the debit card and pay him back. So they can work something out like that if he calls a bondsman. If one bondsman tells you
Maybe
they
he
can't
has
do
a
it,
checking account that he can write. Do you have a check?
It's just a debit card, cash.
Yeah. If so you can do that. The other thing you can do is if you just use your debit card, if you can get to the debit card, then you should be able to do it that way as well. So
All right,
either
I'm
way.
going to sign an order allowing him access to his debit card. I'll change the bond to $500.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, but where is he going to live?
Where are you going to go?
That's the problem. It's not even the bond. Oh, wait.
Well, I do have a girlfriend I'll be staying with.
Well, where's your girlfriend?
She's in the Oakland Park area.
She what?
She's in the Oakland Park area, but I don't know her number.
Do you know how to get to her place?
Yes, I do. Yes, sir.
So, Judge, here's what I would ask is that sometimes we'll do this where they give him 10 days to, he can report to pretrial release, but give him 10 days to confirm an address, to give pretrial an address.
No, I want him on a GPS. That's the problem.
I thought if you posted bond, you were just going to put him on straight pretrial. That wasn't it.
If he does if he does the 1,000, he can go on GPS level 2. I'll tell you what. Let's change it to $500. You're not to go back to your residence, sir. You understand?
I really do. Yes, ma'am.
If you want to have someone else go there and clean it out, that's fine. But they're not to have any contact with this gentleman.
Mr. Kevin, yes, ma'am.
So, let's make this clear. Possessing a harmful drug, it's an NC, so there's no bond required. Touch or strike battery, we'll do a $500 bond. Possession of Klonopin, that's an ROR previously. And we'll do pretrial services. No victim contact with Kevin Michael Davis. You want the address? It's right here. Standard pretrial. Here you go.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do the order or you're going to do it?
I'll say one RR, one RR.
It's no ROR, it's NC. Same thing, ROR. It's $500 bond total. Okay, let's do an order for him to self-bond. And I want the deputies at North Broward to take him to his property within 12 hours. Because there's been a property. And, sir? All right, there's been an issue in the past with the phone where if I sign an order that the defendant has to make a request through the kiosk, and that's not the way it works. North Broward's the only one that does that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sign an order, and I'm not saying it's you or who it is, but I'm gonna order that he be able to.
One second, ma'am. Hey, could y'all hold it down, please? Thank you, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So, I'm gonna order that his debit card be, used within the next 12 hours so he can bond out. Because I don't want him to sit there and, everybody say, well, he has to make a request through the kiosk and all this other stuff. I'm signing a court order that I want him within the next 12 hours to be able to use his debit card to self-bond for $500.
What I can do is I can let the unit supervisor know.
Sure.
And see if he can, whatever they can do on that end, because I'm just a deputy. I can't.
No, I understand. I'm just letting you know, but if you could let them know.
I got you.
Huh?
He's gonna write an order.
Yes.
And
As soon as we.
Pre-trial release. Pre-trial supervision. Just regular. You want the stamp?
So we finish, Your Honor. I'll let the sergeant know, and we'll get the ball rolling.
Thank you. Actually, I think on one it's NC. Does it matter, Ivy? I just want 500 on two, because I want to leave 1 and 2 where they were before. So is 1 ROR or NC? Well, he originally was on standard.
No,
So,
Your Honor, he was on Elmo.
but originally I did the standard.
Oh, when the bond was
Yes.
$1,000, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 1 is that NC or ROR? What would you like on here?
And that's the
And what would you like on 3? NC or ROR?
I don't want to contradict the court, Your Honor, but you both have him on GPS plus the
Let me see. You don't have to contradict me, just show it to me.
But she says RR.
I put 1 and 3 ROR. Just look at this. You know what? I don't even care right now. That's what my order is. It doesn't matter what it is. I don't even know why we're going over it.
I don't blame you.
I mean, I don't know why we're being so picky. It's really beyond. No, I know. Can we just forget about it? I mean, it's like too litigious in here and too adversarial, and I don't want to be like that. So, it's 3:47 already. I mean, okay. Sir, if I were you, I'd go to the kiosk in your unit and tell them you want to access your debit card to self-bond.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay? And then we'll address the problem with the issues with North Broward at another time.
This is the last case, Your Honor? This is the last case?
So we're not going to see you tomorrow?
No, I'm gonna be here tomorrow. I just
Okay.
have to go somewhere today. No, I'll be here tomorrow.
No, I'm sure you're running around because you're going.
I
All right, sir. Don't go back to that residence. If you do, you're going to get a no bond. It's up to you.
I will not do that. I understand.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.